Easy.
Hello.
Hello.
Here we are again.
Still figuring out how to talk with a slight lag between us.
Yes, there is. But, that could just be us too. But anyway, I'm Gary Lambert, and over on the other side of me is David Gans. I never know which way to point when you're on screen. Oh, I'm pointing the right way. There's David Gans. And we usually don't have to do this visual thing because we usually host a radio show on Sirius XM Radio called Tales from the Golden Road every Sunday afternoon. But now you've got the visual aspect of us as well, since we're now hosting this thing during the duration of this tour called Dead Air with Lambert and Gans.
That's right. Yeah, we've been recruited to provide some between sets entertainment for you, and we've lined up a bunch of really interesting people to spend that time with. Today we're going to talk with Michaela Davis, the lovely, wonderful young harpist that has been playing with Weir and has been playing under her own steam quite a bit lately and doing a lot of Grateful Dead music beautifully. So we're looking forward to meeting her during the set break. Right now, we're trying to ramp up more interest in this spectacularly wonderful tour that's underway now. We got like 5 shows in the can so far. It's been amazing.
That's right. This is number 6. Of course, the last one was one for the books. I'm sure everyone is still buzzing about the other night in Bethel, New York, the old Woodstock site, where, what should we say, the band redeemed the Grateful Dead's Woodstock set?
That's the story that Bob told before they revisited the set list that they played by accident the first time and did it intentionally this time, and didn't have any electrical balls knocking people off the stage. They didn't have the stage being sailing away on a sea of mud. They didn't have any of those things. They just had a happy crowd, decent weather, and amazingly good sound. And boy, was it fun to hear those songs being played again. And it doesn't matter to me what order they were played in. I'm just thrilled with how they are playing these days.
That's right. Perhaps redeemed isn't as good a word as exercised, the Woodstock set.
Yes.
The Grateful Dead have always...
No, everything they've done, I've been extracting little bits of this to play on my other radio show, and I've got a bigger pile of highlights than I will ever have time to play on the air. They just keep everything they're doing. They keep finding new places to open these songs up and do fun things with. My wife observed the jam at the beginning of the show the other day and was really, really interested in what it was, and I wasn't sure what it was going to be either until it turned into Hell in a Bucket. It's that kind of thing. And there was a wonderful, very interesting and sweet little intro to what turned out to be Jack Straw the other day. It's just little gifts like that, all scattered throughout the music, that are making me so happy.
Yeah, that's become a characteristic of especially beginnings of sets by Dead and Company, is there will be a little prelude that suggests the song they're going to start with, but doesn't give too much away. And sometimes there'll be a key change before they go into the song. They did that with Hell in a Bucket, for example. And it keeps everybody on their toes, and it keeps the audience guessing. And that's one of the fun aspects of this music, is no 2 shows are the same, and no 2 songs are ever played the same way twice. So.
And you mentioned the key change thing. I noticed one of those the other night. And was it the transition? Was it Terrapin into the other one? There was an amazing jam coming out of Terrapin, and we got way up into this other one space, but they had to change key to get into the other one key. So it's very interesting. And I think that I don't want to get too deep into the musical weeds here, but that sort of thing is how musicians keep each other challenged. You try to play the same old song, try a different approach to it in a different key or something like that. So you find new ways to explore that space. And that's what these guys have been doing. John Mayer I don't know what he's using his whammy bar a little more this time, and I guess he's got a new guitar. I don't really geek out on that stuff, but I love the sound that he's making, and I love the way all these people are interacting. Particularly Jeff Chimenti and John Mayer. The dialogue between them is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, one thing I'm also noticing, as has been the case with Dead and Company from the start, you're hearing the different layers of the Grateful Dead histories of these songs and the way they play them. Jeff Chimenti was referencing both the pigpen organ part and some of TC's stuff on Dark Star, and then you were, of course, getting everyone's contemporary approach to it as well. So it's a fabulous kind of unstuck in time feeling, and they just get better and better at it with each passing show.
So if you're watching the free preview on YouTube, you should know that if you enjoy what you hear, and I don't mean the conversation you're hearing now, but the music that's about to start. If you like that, you can go to livedead.co and sign up to buy the entire show. And if you dawdle and you don't make up your mind until you get the free sample of the second set, if you buy the second set, you can still go back and watch the first set later, because I think you have like 48 hours to enjoy the live streams with what you pay for them. And there are other options as well at livedead.co. There are audio download options, and there are season passes for all of the live streams on the Dead and Company tour. There are 18 shows on this first leg, so we're about a third of the way. Tonight will be a third of the way through the first leg of it, and then they're going to go on, resuming in early October or mid-September, and go through to the end of the month. So there's tons more music to come, so you might want to look into that season pass thing. I'm a fairly critical listener, and I don't think I could be much happier with what I'm hearing than what these guys are throwing down.
Yeah, and this is kind of like being on tour without the wear and tear. We are seeing every show along with you, and it's really enjoyable because you get that sensation you get from tour of, hearing them pick up on what they left off with the previous night or the previous couple of nights before. And that's always been a great and fascinating aspect of this music, how the set lists are laid out, how they figure out a way not to duplicate too much. And when they do come back around to a song, as they've started doing, I think Bethel had maybe one or two songs from the first night of the tour. They may take it in a different direction. They may change up the tempo, or the solos may have a different quality to them, because leaving songs out over a period of about 4 nights, it kind of freshens the approach to them. So we may be hearing some things tonight that we've already heard on the tour, but chances are they won't sound that much the same.
So many new things are going on, and O'Teal took a bass solo the other night. We're getting a signal that the band is all on stage, so house lights are going to go down momentarily. So if we stop in mid-sentence, it's a good thing.
That's right. Yes, O'Teal took a bass solo, and the final set list said drums, bass, space. So it was acknowledged as a freestanding piece of music, and boy, it was wonderful. Just so free and beautiful. And we could be talking about this stuff endlessly, but you're about to get a sample of the real thing as soon as those house lights go down. Any second now, we're told.
And again, if you're watching the free preview on YouTube, you can convert that into a paid visit to the entire show by visiting livedead.co or nugs.net. And there are other things they want you to know about as well, like, for example, a new Sirius XM Platinum package that includes access to the nugs.net or selections from the vast library of nugs.net music. And there are nugs.net streaming subscriptions available as well that give you access to, for example, all the Dead and Company shows going back to 2016, plus Jerry Garcia Band, Bruce Springsteen, stuff like that.
These guys.
So visit nugs.net and find out what the options are. And Wilco, yes, Gary's other favorite band.
That's right. So we're just waiting for the word. When the whole band is on stage, they usually do a little huddle, a little just chatter and pep talk to one another, and then the house lights go down. So it could be a longer than usual pep talk. We don't know, but we are told they are all on stage, so it shouldn't be long.
That's right. And while we've got a minute, I should thank Jacob Lima, who's the person that is putting us on the air with you and is seeing to it that the stream goes out. He's got a very, very big and busy job, and he's just been a pleasure for us to work with here. There's a lot of things that change, and we're waiting for a signal from elsewhere about when the band is
There
going.
it
Lights
is.
are going down. We'll talk later. Enjoy the show, everybody. We'll see you at halftime with Michaela Davis.